Listen, did y'all see Elon Musk's daddy Arrow on CNN?
America, in the next 20 years, will become, for the first time in its history, a minority white country.
Well, that will be a very, very bad thing to happen. You want to see the US go down? Why? Oh, you don't like cars and electric cars, and you don't like technology, or what is it? You want to go back to the jungle? Or if you take South Africa, we have a small white population that projects European culture, or what we learned from Europe.
And oppressed millions of black people.
No.
For decades.
How do you oppress? We gave them work, we fed them.
I need every African American to lock in right now. YouTube, this is a disclaimer. I have nothing against white people or Elon Musk's father. And I need to say this because lately YouTube thinks I don't like white people now. They've been trying to take down my videos. Now, African Americans, listen to me and listen to me very good. You see exactly what the man just said over there? Clock it. Do y'all remember the white Afrikaners DJT and Elon brought in America, and they were supposed to go and work in the fields, but when they reached America and realized they were supposed to work on the fields, they said, hold up now, we're not gonna be like the blacks in America. What happened was they started complaining that they want to go back home because they did not come here to be slaves. You know what they expected? Do you know what they expected? Exactly the mindset that Elon Musk's father has. They expected to come to America and add on the white supremacy that's already in America, because where they come from in South Africa, they already have the mindset of Elon Musk's father. Even English is failing me. Y'all don't be shocked. Y'all don't be shocked. When you look at Elon, the things that he does to show you how much he don't like black people, that's his dad. His dad is sitting there saying, I know nothing about apartheid. Where? Those black people, we fed them. South Africa got independence in 1994. 1994. Elon Musk was born in 1971. 71, 81, 91, which means Elon Musk lived for more than 20 years watching apartheid, black people being trampled on and being treated badly by white people. Now, how old is his father? That man is busy saying, we fed the blacks. Oh, black people were nothing in South Africa until we came and gave them life. Yeah, this man is older than his son. Deep, he has experienced the real apartheid, the real colonization, the real torturing of black people in South Africa to the T. Because in his ages, like we're talking about the ages where before and after Elon Musk, his son, was born, that is when South Africa was bleeding. Black people trying to fight for justice. And Americans have made this man's son the richest man on planet Earth. They're not coming to America to treat people nicely. No, African Americans, listen. Elon Musk and his dad, they're not in America to be nice to you. No. If that was the essence, he should have said something a little bit more nice about the black South Africans that met them. Because Elon and his father, they are not natives of South Africa. They are colonizers. Like Elon Musk's father is those Europeans that came to colonize, the real ones. And now the Elon Musks are the Nepo racist, xenophobic babies, apartheidic babies that watch their grandparents, watch their parents, and them themselves, they were running the streets. They were watching black people bleed on the streets. I need to calm down. Why am I yelling? So, when you make Elon the richest man on planet Earth, dear United States, just know that's the family you're giving the power. Yeah. Because, baby, let me tell you, his son is a billionaire in USD. Okay? He's a trillionaire in Africa. Or a zillionaire in Africa. Do you think he has good intentions for African Americans? If that man sits there and he talks such nonsense about black South Africans that met them, the people that man and his ancestors, his grandparents found in their country, living a good life, and they decided to unalive them, torture them. And he talks about black South Africans like they're peasants. He talks about black South Africans like they are peasants. White people are a minority in South Africa. This man, he sat there, they asked him, very soon in the future, you know, why Americans are going to be a minority in America. Oh, well, that would be so bad. Yeah, it will be so bad for him. You know what? They don't want that. They don't want that because now they cannot fathom the ideation of black people having more power than them because he still wants the leverage to sit and talk ill about black people. That man sat there and asked confidently, do you want America to be a jungle? He said, do you want America to be a jungle? Well, it's the Latinos and the blacks and the Asians that are here. So what he's trying to say is, if white people are not in America, or if they are a minority, then don't you want electric cars? So black people, Asian people, Mexicans, Latinos, people of color, relax. People of color don't have the common sense to develop. Talking about NASA stealing from black people. Oh, the fact that we still get to watch this in 2025. Oh, yo. He said, do you want America to be a jungle? You know, back in the day, we used to think, as African people, that, oh, the white people used to spread the narrative that we live in a jungle. So the reason why they don't keep around the narrative of Africans living in the jungle is because they can benefit from Africa. And because they are there. So what they're trying to say is, if they are not in Africa, Africa is a jungle. And America is about to be a jungle if white people are a minority. So black people and people of color, they don't have common sense on how to run a country and build electric cars and bring civilization. No, they're stupid, really. Caucasity. The caucasity. Open rate to the system. And I'm going to tell you this for free. As a person who lived in South Africa for 7 years, in the beginning, it was so hard for me to understand where the anger of black South Africans come from. Why they do not like it when anybody shows an interest in taking over their country. Let me tell you, I surely understand them. I surely understand them because let me tell you, their trauma, black South Africans' trauma is fresh. It's my years old. And the fact that in 2025, we have people that caused atrocities to black South Africans sit and mock them on how they fed them. And that's the mindset this man wants to bring in America. Black Americans, you better buckle up and watch this colonizer and not let him get away with it and his son.
The big concern at the moment, and why I think South Africa is a big talking point in the US right now, is America in the next 20 years will become, for the first time in its history, a minority white country.
Well, that will be a very, very bad thing to happen. You want to see the US go down? Why? Oh, you don't like cars and electric cars, and you don't like technology, or what is it? You want to go back to the jungle, or?
If the US becomes a minority white country,
Yes.
so there's Latinas, there's blacks, there's people from all different races make up the majority, and then, you know, it could be 48% white people. Do you really think the US is doomed if it goes under?
Yes, it goes under there.
Seriously?
Yes, of course. You see, if you take South Africa, we have a small white population that projects the European culture, or what we learned from Europe.
And oppressed millions of black people
No.
for decades.
How do you oppress? We gave them work, we fed them. They grew from a tiny little group into a massive group. That's not oppression, that's feeding them. Do you understand? You only grow big if you get fed. You only start at 800 and become 50 million if you get fed. We fed them, for crying out loud. You know, enough with this nonsense.
But so you understand, because the black population was so oppressed under apartheid.
Well, we never saw this oppression you're talking about.
You never saw it.
No, I never saw it.
Yeah, because you're white.
If this CNN interview is not a very good message to black people in the United States, that this man and his son, they are not here to play kumbaya with you. They are here to take over you, because in their minds they think whatever their people, themselves and their ancestors did in South Africa, they can be able to do it in the United States. "2025, ladies and 2025, we have a man who boldly speaks about black people like as if they are some dust that the wind can blow."
Seriously?
Yes, of course. You see, if you take South Africa, we have a small white population that projects the European culture, or what we learned from Europe.
And oppressed millions of black people
No.
for decades.
How do you oppress? We gave them work, we fed them. They grew from a tiny little group into a massive group. That's not oppression, that's feeding them. Do you understand? You only grow big if you get fed. You only start at 800 and become 50 million if you get fed. We fed them, for crying out loud. You know, enough with this nonsense.
But so you understand, because the black population was so oppressed under apartheid.
Well, we never saw this oppression you're talking about.
You never saw it.
No, I never saw it.
Elon Musk didn't come from a rebellion. He came from apartheid. And honestly, South Africa, y'all can take him back. He was born there in 1971, raised in a world built on hierarchy, extraction, and control. He left that country, yeah, but he never left that mindset. The same system that gave him privilege, which is order masquerading as progress, became the foundation for how he built his empire. He calls himself a free speech absolutist, but every empire he's built runs on silence, of workers, of critics, of truth. He didn't invent disruption. He monetized domination. And the wildest part is that we let him. Every time he fumbles, every time he flames out, this country hands him another contract, another bailout, another chance to save us. Musk's fortune didn't come from risk, it came from us. Tesla launched with a $465 million Department of Energy loan and padded with more than $6 billion in subsidies and tax credits. SpaceX, one of the biggest federal contractors in the world, with multi-billion-dollar NASA and Pentagon deals, including a $1.8 billion spy satellite contract with the National Reconnaissance Office. Starlink, propped up by U.S. and allied militaries, and still collecting federal funds, even after the restricted access in Ukraine because it didn't fit his politics. So when he tweets about freedom from the system, remember that the system signs his checks. He's not rebelling, he's rebranding. And we keep rewarding it. Then came his favorite act, trying to fix the system from within. When Trump came back into office, Elon joined Doge. It sounded like satire, but it wasn't. He promised to save taxpayers $1 trillion by cutting waste, but within months, watchdogs found that his savings had come from slashing public jobs, freezing benefits, and defunding safety programs that real people depend on. And the kicker? Analysts later found that those cuts cost more than they actually saved. Over $130 billion in new contract spending, tied to his own companies and allies. And when the chaos finally caught up, he resigned. Not because it failed, but because it worked exactly as he designed it to. He made the government smaller for us and richer for him. And somehow we still called it efficiency? Now he's back to his favorite role, the neutral billionaire, hosting GOP town halls on X while claiming to be apolitical, platforming conspiracy influencers in the name of free speech, talking innovation while gutting workers' rights at Tesla, and cutting pay at X. Meanwhile, SpaceX just landed another Pentagon surveillance contract. Tesla is still swimming in clean energy tax breaks. Starlink keeps winning defense deals. He's not being punished, he's being paid. Handsomely. He's not fighting the system either, he's billing us for it. So yeah, we let him off too easy, in my opinion. Because Elon Musk is not a rebel. He's the empire. Modernized, meme-washed, and marketed as salvation. He doesn't hate power. He just found a way to privatize it and make us cheer while he does. So the next time he tweets about saving civilization, remember, he's not saving you. He's saving the system that keeps him untouchable. Because Elon Musk didn't reinvent the future. He repackaged the past. And somehow, we're still paying for it.